The Schaliehoeve is an old farmhouse in the Flemish village Boechout, located on the Heerbaan. History. J. Jacobs has compiled historical notes Schaliehoeve in 1973, but the document was never published. Much of the information in this page was taken from there. The document mentions the sharecroppers from 1569 till 1867, as well as the names of 2 sharecroppers before 1569. A book of accounts of the castle of Boechout dated 1560 refers to the farm along the Heerbaan. This was not a Roman road, but a winding road between Antwerp and Lier. This book of accounts mentions successive owners as of the second half of the 15th century. During the 16th century, the farm experienced a major expansion. The name Schaliehoeve does not appear until 1634. Before that, it was also named as Woutersgoed van Kerenbroek, the property of Wouters in Kenbroek, and Herberge T. Poot, hostel in Poot. A map dated 1714, showing the new paved road Antwerp-Lier. The farm is mentioned as the Chastil and has a U shape. Another map, dated 1753, shows the farm in its current I shape. Thus, the present building dates from the early 18th century. The farm can be seen on the Ferrarus map, 1770-78. It was one of the few independent farms in the region. It was used as headquarters for Napoleonic, German, and Allied armies. During the Second World War, the entrance gate was rammed by tanks and collapsed. The grounds of Schaliehoeve were parceled 1964 and now form the Schaliehoeve. The farm itself was extensively renovated and converted into a house. The barn collapsed around the time. Description. The main building, which still exists and is inhabited, consists of a front portion with a typically slate roof, where the firm takes its name. A slate is called schalie in Dutch, and a rear section with old tiles. The front section was the original house, while the rear section were the stables. During the renovation in the 1960s, the stables were converted into 4 bedrooms, a kitchen, 2 bathrooms and a garage. Characteristics. The characteristics of the buildings include 2 opkomers, rooms above a low cellar, and thus higher than the rest of the house, served as bedrooms, seen the better insulation from the ground. The low cellars served as cool storage places. A very large fireplace with a peephole to the former stables. There was even room for a stove inside the fireplace to warm up the food for the animals, with a hole in the wall to pass it directly to the stables. A spacious loft where once the harvest was brought in was a small living area, even provide for temporary workers during harvest. A large hayloft. It even included a small room for the day laborers. The whole house was kept as much as possible in a rustic style. The present owners are the Plady-Schiltz family. Gallery. Characteristics. Exterior. Living room. Rest of interior. External links. Heritage inventory. Detailed information. List of historical monuments in Boechout. Brief reference. Schaliehoeve Document Bank Azura, rich collection of old photos. Boechout Circle of Local History, photos and documentation on the Schaliehoeve. Schaliehoeve Document Bank Palmans, photo barn, no longer exists. Schaliehoeve Document Bank Palmans, painting of homestead, buildings and wall.